Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now?
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
We go 47. Awesome.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Good. Let's go, get that. Let's go, get out.
Prescott now on second down. And that is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Prescott from the gun. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
But there's a bunch of pressure that time on 3rd down. They nearly got him. Probably should have gotten him, but he's able to escape the pocket. But unfortunately, by then, that play had already broken down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 38.
Great. drop now. Pretty quiet, team. Pretty quiet. Gun.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Do something.
Here's Newton now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
20. Hey.
Newton on first down. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Gun. Do something. Hey.
On second down, here's Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, third and 10. Throwing on third down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Palardy now on the punt as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Cowboys offense. The wild optimism going into last season, of course, because they were coming off that 13-3 year, but they faded a bit last year as they dropped to a good but not great 9-7.
It's a good thing for Dallas. They play in a pretty volatile division, the NFC East. There hasn't been a repeat champion in the East since 2003-2004, and that was Philadelphia, who currently holds the crown right now. But this is a Dallas team that I think has worked its way through some adversity. They've lost some key veteran players along the way the last 2 years. So the face of the franchise, actually the face is quarterback Dak Prescott, but to me the guy who really makes them go, running back Ezekiel Elliott. If they get 16 out of him, expect Dallas to be in the thick of things.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
We're going to 54. Why
On second down, Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
47.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Come on, here we go.
Second down, Prescott. That one complete, Elliott. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go. 46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back there, over here. Back there.
The first down carry by Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Here we go, 46. Kill. 26.
Again, it's Elliott. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Go. Get out there. Here we go, 46.
Prescott now from the 50. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2, as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Get Gun.
On first down, Newton. Flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Randy Gregory in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Gun.
To throw on second down is Newton. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
And on third down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back.
Gun. 20. Express.
From the gun, here's Newton. And gets it to Funchess complete. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. A fantastic connection that time. Newton to Funchess, 42 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Hey.
C.J. Anderson in the game. He gets it here. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
We're going. Great.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Oh, missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed back.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16.
26.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go, 46. Let's go, let's finish now. Here we go, 47, 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Sweat. Here we go, 10. Here we go, 46, 46, 46.
Now Prescott. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Anytime a deep... Defense can sit back in a zone like that it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Come on, come on, come on. Do something. Hey! Hey, hey.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton. Well, this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this.
Let's go. Gun, gun. Stop right there. Hey, hey.
To throw on second down, Newton. And flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Let's go now.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Go. Hey, check.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton. Left side, Olsen. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Do something.
On third down, Newton. Complete to the tight end, Jason Morrow. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. 1st and 10. Newton. Funches has it complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To the air again, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go, 46. Hustle, hustle.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Forced out to Prescott stripped. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back them up 5. And the Panthers, who were the least penalized team in the entire NFL last year, come up here on a 1st and 15. McCaffrey following the penalty. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the 1st half. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So Newton and the Panthers come up now first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Newton on first down. And that's incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Hey, hey. Come on, now. Sponge. No. What are you?
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Right there. All day, baby.
The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Great. Do something.
Newton to throw. And a 3rd down pass falls incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Austin. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up in the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Let's finish now.
They go down the end again. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Here you go.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First down, it's Newton. Big hold of the 30. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Newton on first down. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Newton now on second down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a third down. Newton throwing again. He finds Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. On first down, Newton throwing over the middle. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's rock now. Hey!
On second and 10, Newton. Flush to his right. Finds a seam inside the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Let's rock now.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Demarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Do so.
On second down, here's Newton. Flushed out right. Complete to Amaro on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line.
Press! Great! Great! Let's rock now.
Newton going to hand it over to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Let's go. Let's rock now. Gun.
To throw on second down is Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Let's rock now.
Newton now to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. To throw on second down, Newton. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play? 2
incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here. Now Newton on third and goal. And fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
Plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime innings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Here you go.
Prescott now on second down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Some good games around the league here early in week one, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Let's go, get out. Let's go, 47. Going to 54, line in.
1st down, Prescott. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
47.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The give is to Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. From the red zone now, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Second down, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The Cowboys on 3rd down.
46.
Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 46.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go, 46. Here you go. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 46.
To throw is Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Oh, let this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, oh my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not getting too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, hey. Express.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. On the catch, it's Jarius Ryan. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Gun. 4 down, check.
On 1st and 10, Newton. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Gun.
54's Mike. Check.
Green. Gun.
You don't want none of that. Get it. Pick up the ball.
Here's Newton. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, The defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for Carolina. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
He'll look to throw. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he's not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
And that's the kind of return we're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take the knee. The game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we